receive 25% discount with the referral link in the description. Let me start by saying that everything that rises must also fall, and that everything good usually has a drawback. That being said, today I will discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly about the magic keys. Your lot size is essentially the amount of money you are risking on a trade. The larger your lot size, the more money you are risking on a trade. This can be calculated quite easily. All you need to do is enter your stop loss amount into an FX calculator, and it will output the lot size. This is what you enter on MT5 or MT4 before you make a trade. The difference is that with magic keys, all you have to do is click on a single button to complete the process quickly. You can see your trade, open the car, and presto. You already have your numbers there regardless of where you move your stop loss or your target percentage. Because there is no difference at all between $500 for every trade you make and $500 for every single trade, the magic keys is incredibly good because you won't have to bother about calculating lot sizes going forward, which means you won't miss any trades. Some people experience the reality that they miss trades because they are attempting to calculate lot sizes and other things. If they are scalpers, they are aware that things can move quickly at times, so they decide to stop the missing trade. Second, this helped me improve my risk management, which I'll discuss in more detail later in the video. This is how it looks, right? It's very clean, I like the colors, and it's the most recent version, version 3. But I also like the material. It feels reasonably substantial and doesn't feel cheap, which is one of its advantages. The difference between version 2 and version 3 is essentially how you connect it. For version 2, I believe that on MacBooks, you have to download one software first and link it somehow for it to work exclusively with MacBooks. It also has a small battery indicator right there, so that also functions. If you're using a PC, you can probably do it directly. However, with version 3 on MacBooks, all you need is one USB to make it work. If you'd like a video tutorial on how to set this up, please let me know in the comments and I'll provide it for you. Now, let's get started. One of the best things about this setup that I like is how quickly it can be done. Incredibly, I can put the days of having to calculate lot size behind me and have a new year ahead of me. You get the idea, right? I never really have to use this again. I've had it for a while. It's been amazing. I've used it for several months now, and I don't regret it. The second is that once you set it up, it's very easy to use. The two buttons that I use the most are Open Cowboom, which allows me to move my stop loss and my target price to where they are. I then click on these two buttons frequently. Most of the other buttons, however, I don't use because they're not necessary for me. I don't actually shut half, but you can do things like close half, which closes half in a matter of seconds, and close custom, which is equivalent to a close 1%, 100%, 50%, 65%. You can literally do that as well. You can close a full trade, you can move your stop loss to entry like this with a single button. But the best one of all, this is the biggest thing that it has done for me, and that is calculating lot size for indices. Up till today, I still don't really know how you calculate lot size for indices precisely. The reason for this is that when you use different brokers, their indices calculation for lot size changes. It's weird, right? You can use a single broker and one lot for NAS 100 is a ton of money. With another broker, it's not. So with different platforms, it's also the same thing. Different prices, different values. So you never really know. So how I used to do it before is that on NAS 100, I'll first of all enter 0.01, see how it moves. Then I'll enter like one lot, see how it moves. See how much is on the line from like a 1-to-1. Then I know how much roughly one lot is. Then eventually I'll figure out, okay, cool. If I want to be risking $500, for example, I'll know that this is roughly the amount I'm going to risk. So it's a mess. It's kind of like a guesswork until you figure it out. But now, no longer. I don't have to do that anymore. Literally, for indices, the biggest change for me is that I can now practically calculate anything for whatever it is that I'm trading. Boom, for whatever it is. Not too long ago, I even started looking into BTC USD, and boom, in a matter of seconds, it just calculates it for me, saving me from ever having to do it myself. However, there are a few drawbacks. First, the setup can be very difficult. At first, I had to watch a lot of videos online, and it wasn't clear why I had to do it. Secondly, it can be annoying because all you need is a single USB. Yes, But I mean that when you set up on MT5, it seems like you need this small blue object in the corner. But once you set this up, then you're good. But the setup definitely isn't for the weak-hearted. It's like when I'm ready to trade, now I see a setup. I turn it on, ready to enter. It turns on for a second, but because the battery is low, it goes off again. So it's like I keep having to spam like open trade, open trade. And sometimes you enter multiple trades, and it's kind of annoying when the battery is low. But the battery seems to be low most of the time. So these days, I think I kind of know how to manage it. I think maybe it's just me doing it wrong, but these days, it's like when I'm done trading, I close it completely. Close, you know, MT5, everything. So it's no longer synced passively anymore, because I feel like something is draining the battery unknowingly. Plus, this little battery life indicator thing is just rubbish. Like it shows up, but then it doesn't mean anything. I don't even know what on earth it means. It lights up green. It doesn't light up red when the battery is low. So it's like, why is the battery indicator here? For me anyway, I don't get why it's there, because when the battery is low, when the battery is full, I don't know. And now another thing is, I mean, this isn't really bad. It's kind of a minor thing, but it's like, it's now another thing that I have to take with me because I'm so used to the fact that now I don't have to calculate lot size anymore. So I have to take this physical thing with me. It's not massive, it's not a big deal, it's literally tiny, right? But it is another thing you have to worry about. Of course, there is the digital version though, if you do want that you don't actually have to take this. You can buy a digital version that'll be on your screen. That works as well. But I just prefer the solid thing. Now, the ugly, this is one of the biggest reasons why I really hate it, and I just want to throw it away sometimes. The first one would be that support does not exist, bro. Zero. Literally, if you have any issues, bro, just firm it and figure it out yourself. This is where content creators come in. If you need any help, you better find it on YouTube. If it's not on YouTube, then you're pretty much finished, or maybe on some random forum out there. But there's no support. You can holler at them as much as you want. Most of the time, they're not responding. It's like they are just non-existent. The product is out there now, and that is it. You're not going to get any help. You go figure it out yourself. That is literally the only ugly thing, to be fair. It was hard, man, because at one point I had an issue with it. It wasn't calculating indices. I would try to enter a trade on indices, and the thing was just giving me error, 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 error. And the error didn't even make sense. The error didn't really help me too much until I realized I had to open the error folder even more. And then it had some other information. Then one little thing clicked. It was a pain, you know, for like a couple weeks. I literally couldn't calculate indices. I still had to figure out that one myself. But besides that, this is an amazing tool. Hey, if you want the perfect risk management, trust me, you want to get this. It is the biggest thing. It's not super expensive either. They have like a sale most of the time, I believe, as well, at 30% off. So this isn't a promo video whatsoever, but I just recommend you get it. It has definitely been very useful for me. So that's been it for me. If you did find any value in the video, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please share your insights in the comments section and become a subscriber to receive supplementary content. I am grateful for your consideration.